Today on All Things 80s, let's take a look at Lucan. Welcome back to All Things 80s. Now, in the recent batch of comics that were sent to me by my good friend in Scotland, Derek, there were a couple of Lucan magazines, so I thought it would be nice to go down memory lane and take a look to see what Lucan was all about. So the one we have today is from the 14th of April 1984, and it cost 22 pence. So let's go ahead and take a look at it page by page. Alright, so Lucan, the Junior TV Times magazine for the week ending 14th of April 1984. This is number 16 and the price is 22 pence. I do remember having this as a kid because it had Duran. Basically, at this point in time, which was the spring of 84, I had just gotten into Duran. Anything I could find with them in it, I was buying. Although I did get Lucan on a fairly regular basis anyway. So within this issue, we have special competition to win a Donkey Kong electronic game. We've got UB40, we've got Gymnastics, Bucks Fizz, Knight Rider, The Fall Guy, Danger Mouse, Cannonball, Free Time, and more. So checking out the first few pages, and this here are games for the Atari 2600. So we have Pitfall, Robot Tank, River Raid, Spider Fighter, Oink, Plaque Attack, Decathlon. Now, is that Daley Thompson's Decathlon, or is that a different game I'm thinking of? I'm not entirely sure. Enduro, Keystone Capers, Sequest, and Mega Mania. I honestly do not remember any of these games. Excuse me. We have a lookalike. So somebody, who is this? Helen Perry from Ashford thinks that dancer Bonnie Langford looks like Valerie Landsberg, who plays Doris in Fame. Yeah, not all bad. Kids would submit their own sort of drawings. This is Tom Bailey of Thompson Twins. Yeah, it's not too bad. And Marmalade Atkins, that name does ring a bell. So moving on, actually we have birthdays here. So we've got Jeremy Beadle was 36, and those of you who are in the UK will remember that Jeremy Beadle was famous for having a small withered hand that he always tried his best to hide, but you could always see it. Who else? Okay, so I get this is a mixture of readers and famous folks. So gymnast Haley Price turned 18. Woo. Marty Wilde, who was Kim Wilde's dad, 45. Damn, that's... When I was reading Lucan, 45 just seemed ancient to me, and god damn it, we've already passed that landmark. Ruth Maddock was 41 and Spike Milligan 66. Carolyn Jones from the soap opera Crossroads was 35, don't remember her. Andy Kiriachow from the band Modern Romance, or maybe it was a TV show, I don't recall that either. And Benedict Taylor from Barriers, 24, don't remember him. So first strip is Rock On Tommy with Cannon and Ball. Now Cannon and Ball were a comedy duo. I honestly never found them to be that funny, to be honest. I guess some of the slapstick stuff appealed to me as a kid, but I never really loved Cannon and Ball. So we've got on this side, what's this? This is to do with children's ITV. Now this is unfortunate because I was very much a children's BBC viewer. I did watch children's ITV on occasion because there were certain things I enjoyed. But I do remember the show Razzmatazz. Isn't it like Ra 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 Razzmatazz was the theme, possibly. I guess it was like a music show, possibly. Tommy Boyd, I remember him. So what's this? Tommy and Isla make sure the show's make sure the show goes out in top form when the Jets do their Kids from Fame routine with their new single Heatwave. Okay. Fame was another show I couldn't stand, but who's this? This is a band called the Icicle Works. Wow, I do not remember that. And this is telling us about Disney's Lady and the Tramp. Again, not something that would appeal to me. Fraggle Rock, I did very much enjoy. Terrahawks was the Jerry Anderson show. Loved watching that on a Sunday afternoon. And yeah, the first time I've sort of seen them since I was a kid. In fact, this one was it Zelda? Yeah, Zelda. She terrified the hell out of me as a kid. She was absolutely frightening to watch. Puzzles here. So I guess we're having to identify the presenter with the show. So there's Jim Bowen, obviously from Bullseye. Ah, so these are the electronic games to be won. So these are like these sort of desktop things, I think. Or is that a Game & Watch style thing? No, I think that's a tabletop thing. That's quite nice. And it was in conjunction with Umbongo, which was the tropical fruit drink. Ah, that's a nice look back in time there. Sort of typical word searches you would get in comics of the time, and a quick quiz. Free stamps if you were a stamp collector. So it's this fun assortment. What is a meatball? A dance in a butcher's shop. Yeah, very good. Which Italian tourist attraction is famous for its taste? The Leaning Tower of Pizza. Yeah, very good. The Fall Guy. Interesting. I remember watching The Fall Guy, although I always did prefer Lee Majors as the $6 Million Man. I wouldn't have necessarily had that, The Fall Guy, pinned as a kids' show, but nevertheless, here it was in comic form. Now here are the TV guides for the week, which focused on children's programs. So I will go through each day, and obviously in the UK, every region had its own independent channel. So for me, it was Scottish TV. For the most part, they show the same things, but there are a few regional differences. So on Saturday at 10:30 in the morning was the Saturday show, which I do not remember. But 5 past 5 was Fraggle Rock, which I very much remembered. Whiz Kids, don't remember that. 6:30 is Child's Play, and obviously we're not talking about Chucky here. I vaguely remember the name, but I don't recall the show. And at 8 p.m. we had T.J. Hooker, which as a kid really confused me because I couldn't understand why Captain Kirk was driving a cop car. Sunday, 2:30 was Glenn Michael, although it should really say Glenn Michael's Cartoon Cavalcade. 3:20, Jack Holborn, don't recall that, but 3:50 was Bullseye, then Scott Sport, and at 7:15, Knees Up. Don't recall that. So now we're during the week, and at 4 p.m. was Gammon and Spinach. That's new to me. Aubrey, that's new to me. The Incredible Hulk, I remembered. Danger Marmalade, don't know that one, but at 5 p.m. we had Danger Mouse, which of course I do remember. Tuesday started with Arm and Cheap, don't know that. Again, Aubrey. Then How Dare You, then CBTV, then Give Us a Clue. Now, Give Us a Clue rings a bell. Wasn't that like Michael Aspel hosting, was it a quiz show about TV shows? Possibly. On Wednesday, Atara's Music. Again, Aubrey, then Lefty. No idea what these are. Razzmatazz, I remember. And at 7:30 was Coronation Street. So I guess back in these days, Coronation Street was on once a week. Pretty good. Thursday was Benny, then again Aubrey. Don't know what the hell that is. Mad About, the Book Tower, and then at 5:20 was Crossroads. And on Friday we had at 10:35 in the morning the Wild Stallion. 1:30 was Emu's World Special. I'm assuming that's was it Rod Hull and Emu. 2:20 was a film. 7:30 was the Survivor Special, and 8:30 was another film. Honestly, that is a horrible listing. I don't recall too much of it, but the ones I do recall weren't necessarily good shows, so that was rather disappointing week of television. Nice feature on Duran with a poster that I very much remember having hung on my walls. More about Duran. That's the rest of the listings. Although they've got Channel 4 noted down here. So Channel 4 on Saturday, Mama Malone at 4:30, then Brookside at 5:05. Brookside was the Scousers from Liverpool, I think. At 6:17 in the evening, we had golf. On Monday, we had Countdown at 5. Countdown, my mum used to watch that, so I was forced to watch it, but it was pretty good. The mathematician was kind of hot, although she wasn't to begin with. What was her name? Carol Vorderman, yeah. She was quite sort of nerdy in the beginning, but as she got older, she got way, way hotter. Anyway, at 5:30 was Jeopardy, and then at 6, Here's Lucy. Tuesday, 4:45 was more Countdown, and then 8 p.m. Brookside. 4:30 on the Wednesday, Cartoon Carnival. Not to be confused with Cartoon Cavalcade. 5 p.m. was Countdown, 5:30 The Enthusiasts. 6:30 The Munsters, and 8 was Brookside. Thursday, 4:30 Cartoon Carnival, Countdown again, and then Barriers. And on Friday we had Wayne and Schuster, and at 5 p.m. The Tube, which I think was a music show. Here's some readers' letters. And Philip Orlick from Dorchester writes, I like all the James Bond films because they're all funny and very exciting. I thought it was marvellous how ITV managed to have so many of them on last Christmas. And here's something about Masters. I think Masters of the Universe is one of the best TV programs around. My favourite 4 are He-Man, Ram-Man, Skeleton, and Trapjaw. And my favourite vehicle is Wind Raider. I also like Batfink, and that was Luke Hutcherson, who's age 7 from North Hants. Ah, very interesting. Knight Rider cartoon. I'm assuming this is like a continuation from week to week. And this is a sports spotlight on gymnastics, which I don't think many boys would have been reading. Advert for McLean's toothpaste. Question for the UK folks, do McLean's still make toothpaste? I think my parents always used Colgate. In fact, didn't Madness do the commercial Colgate Blue Minty Gel to the tune of one of their famous songs? Danger Mouse, and of course with the DM emblem on his chest, was used as a source of ridicule for me, given that those are also my initials. This is an advert for the ice pole. This is the ginormous Mr. Freeze. 15p seems quite excessive. I always thought these things were like 5p or 7p, but it does say the actual size is over 16 inches long. That is pretty damn big, actually. This is a special selection of what? I have no idea. This is just, I guess it's like facts, historical facts. I guess breaks up the sort of fun element, gives the kids an education. Now, Bucks Fizz have their own cartoon strip, which to me is quite surprising, because I thought by 1984 they were on their way out. I know that they were really big in like 80, 81 when I think they won the Eurovision Song Contest, but I do not think they were quite as popular by 84. This is what? Books. Okay, so it's telling us about some books. So there's roller skating and judo. Crackit was the explosive new monthly puzzle magazine. Yeah, I do remember seeing a lot of puzzle magazines because obviously we didn't have games on cell phones back then, so a lot of people did occupy their time playing these puzzle books. Here is some fashion. Interesting. So what we have here are some slim fit washed denim jeans to fit waist sizes 53 to 76 centimeters, and that's 21 to 30 inches, priced from £10 35p from Levi's Youthwear. Tight fit bleached denim jeans with narrow bottoms, very 80s. And we have a mesh sleeve t-shirt in navy with cream coloured sleeves. Well, there you go. And next week's look-in is going to feature Nena. I remember a Nena Cherry, but that was way later in the 80s, maybe even 90s. A Lee Majors special feature. And this was Free Time was a kid's show that sort of taught you new hobbies and things, which was quite cool, I guess. And lastly, we have a feature on UB40, who I can say without hesitation that I did not like UB40 at all. In fact, I actually hated when they came on Top of the Pops. I don't know why, just something about that reggae sound did not appeal to me. But anyway, this was Lukin from 14th of April, 1984. So I hope you enjoyed that trip down memory lane. I hope it brought back a few memories for you. So thank you all for watching. Special thanks goes out to the patrons. Please like, please subscribe, and as always, stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.